Hey y'all, it's Terry P. Today is Wednesday, February the 18th, and today was supposed to be a live stream from the farm and gardens, but I just didn't feel good today. And as someone who battles with chronic illness each day, some days, I could go weeks and even months without having to fight too hard, and sometimes it just creeps up on me. So when my body says not right now or not that way, I have to listen to it. I have to honor it. So today, that is what I'm doing. Instead of doing a live stream, I'm going to go ahead and do a video. What I was working on is making a soil mix, and that's all that stuff right there. I started on Monday, and actually, I already got one Greenstalk filled. So I'm gonna mix some more, get what I can get done that my body says it can do today. I don't have the energy for live streaming, so I may have to stop several times to catch my breath or whatever. But I'm gonna get some of this work done and then post this video up because this is part of my wellness journey. Being outdoors is therapy for me. Touching the dirt is therapy for me. The peace of being outside is therapy for me. The sun is therapy, and listening to the birds and things like that is therapy. In the interim, the physical work makes me feel good. And then it leads to food that's good for me and the family. So all around it's a good thing. It's just I don't have the energy to do it live. So we'll see what I come up with today. Okay, I am starting with potting soil, the members mark that Sam's carries. So I purchased 8 bags of these containers, and then not containers but bags. And then I also have a potting mix that has Microryzae in it. Let me pull this over. This thing is heavy. My energy is kind of low today. So, let's see. You can kind of see the bag. It's right here. I may not pull that over. Let's see. So, potting mix. Then I have worm castings. I have the solution that comes out after I mix up my Seamoss, which the Seamoss is the gold. Like, I take it, I have customers who purchase it. This is the liquid that comes off of that. So I use that in my mix. It's kind of like my secret ingredient. Water, because I dilute the Seamoss mixture and also wet the soil. Here is a container that I made already up yesterday. That's it. Okay. Move this over here. Ooh, it's heavy. It's 60 pounds and also it's wet. Perlite for aeration. You gotta have pockets in your soil so that it's not too dense. And that's really kind of one of the lessons that I picked up too long. As I said, I started this in 2020, and I've kind of just been doing a little this and little that. But since I invested in these Greenstalks, I'm not trying to waste my money. So they suggest a light potting soil or potting mix. So the perlite. And then I have also the cocoa core. Those 2 blocks that I purchased the other day, which gave me 2 containers of cocoa core. And this, I had been using peat moss, but this is the cocoa core. It's kind of what everybody's using these days. So I got that. The water that I have in this container is water that we had collected like 5 buckets when the freeze came, so that we could have some water in case everything froze. We ended up not needing it, so instead of just tossing it down the drain, I'm using it in the mix. Finally, yesterday I got in my Hummus Compost, which the bag is way too heavy. It's way too heavy, so it's outside of the fence. So I'll bring a little bit of that in when I go to mix my containers. Okay, and then I have a container that has some mix that I already made up. I think that's this one. That one over there I need to mix. So right now, the mix that I have ready already that I'm gonna fill the green stalks with, this one right here is already mixed. What it has is 2 of these buckets of the potting mix, 2 of those, actually 3, 1 bucket of the humus compost, 1 bucket of perlite, and then let's see, where's my other container? In this container, one of these with the mix that has Microryzae in it and worm castings. Then the Seamoss solution, I use eyeballing this. I use about this much water, maybe a third of this 5-gallon bucket, and probably about half a cup of the Seamoss solution to dilute it. So that gives me a soft enough mix to put in the containers, paying attention this time instead of overburdening. What I had been doing in some of those, most of the containers I have, is putting like garden soil or topsoil mixed with some compost or whatever. That stuff is just too heavy to put in those containers. So I am lightening things up by purchasing these potting soils and then expanding them. I diffuse my cost a little bit, And then it's enough to cover all of my containers. I have, I think I did the math, and I have 118 pockets in the green stalks alone that will be filled. Um, and then I have tons of other containers. Also have raised beds. So there's a lot of work. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I've mixed up already some of the container mix, and I'm going to fill the green stalks. That's what I have energy for today. We'll see how much of it I get done. Okay, so it is, I've been working an hour and I have to take a break. And really, I was kind of moving slow as I was working, but I'm happy with what I've gotten done. And when you are a chronic kind of illness, fatigue sufferer, you just have to be happy with the progress. And I think about the things you still need to do, but be happy with what you've done. So it's break time. And this is how someone with chronic fatigue and chronic pain issues has to work sometime. Sometimes I'm super easy. I can do all the things. This is not one of those times. So I know y'all hearing me breathing really hard. It's a low energy day. Not sure if there's something in the air that's causing me extra problems or what. What it is though. I'm gonna mix this up, and that's gonna be that. I can't do anymore.